Alright, go back. So I found the bug with the indicator, so I fixed it and now it will work. So we'll give a look. So yeah, basically this is a new version of the entry called Seattle AI version 2. And so it works like a score. When you get a 4 points, it will trigger an entry. So here on the UTB, if I select the Seattle AI version 2 as base indicator, and that I turn off every filter and every stop loss and take profit, you will see that if it works, because I need to add it once again on the chart to get the update. Right, so now it should work. And it works. So you can see that on H4 and -4 you get a long and short signal. So now it's working like I want it. We get a lot of signals. That's great. So we cannot use it like this alone. We need to set a few filters to make it work. So we want a trend filter because we don't want to, for example, trigger long on the downside market. So we want to turn on the trend filter, and I did not try all the trend lines, but the volume weighted moving average seems to work well. As for the length, something like 200 and 250 or more seems great with it. So it's funny because we can see that without any risk management, we already got a profitable strategy. So if you want, we can use it without any kind of take profit or stop loss, just like these buy and sell signals. Well, it does not have a great win rate, so that's why we want to add a take profit and stop loss. So I set a take profit of usually 0.9, but since the market is really volatile right now, I think we can increase it a bit to something like 1.5. Okay, maybe that's a bit too much. I don't know. This is already pretty great without safety orders, since we are on a low time frame. We will get a lot of noise, so we want to use safety orders, but oh, something I forgot is sideways filter that works great with the entry. So I'm going to add it and see how it works. Yeah, it increased profit factor, and we're at 2.2 profit factor, which is great. So as you can see, it's quite easy to find a good configuration with this new entry. I hope it will keep up in the future, and if it don't, I will just keep trying to improve the algorithm. So I'm going to update this chart because I created like 4 examples. I need to update them with the new version. There we go. Now on Ethereum, I need to add the indicator once again. So this was the version we need to close it. So no fine tuning, just using the same settings, and we'll see how it works. Right. Okay, so it's not that great. It's correct, but we can do better, I think. So just changing the length a bit just to see if we can make it a little more responsive. So it's a bit better. It's a bit better, but we get a lot of stop loss, and that's because we do not use safety orders, and we should. But for this example, I want to keep it simple. That's why I'm not using any. So how could we improve the thing? Maybe by increasing the sideway filter a bit. So if we increase the threshold, it will filter more trades that are going sideways. You can see how the filter is working by clicking here. So it doesn't improve anything, so I'm going to revert it to 25. Yeah, so you get a red background here, so this is the sideways filter that's working. You can see you will not find an entry inside the red background. I'm just going to show you how to use DCA quickly with this one. So what you want to do is to increase the stop loss a bit so that we do not get like stuck in a trade. And so here we choose the number of safety orders, so we're going to 5 seems great. The step between each safety order, we want to increase it a bit. Okay, and now we are seeing that it's working like this. And we need to change the short stop loss as well. So it works like this. You get several steps below the entry price, and every time the price goes against you, it will buy. It will place a safety order. And where can I see a good example here? For example, here with this short. So when the price goes against you, it creates a safety order, and the total volume increase, meaning that since we set the take profit to percentage from total volume, you can see the take profit is changing on each safety orders because the average entry at the beginning is here, and when we buy it's now here because we entered here and here. you see, with the small red arrows, and then we enter here, and here, and every time the total volume change and the take profit target change also. So it's a great tool to take advantage of noise when scalping. So as you can see, it increased the profit factor a bit, but we'll still get a huge drawdown somewhere. So going to look what happened, because things can turn really bad with DCA if we don't parameter it well. So this is there. Here we are seeing a short here because the trend line is not working like we want. We can clearly see that it's a uptrend right here. So what we can do is add a secondary trend line. Perhaps just a simple EMA, and we will see what it does. So it should filter, it should reduce the number of trades. Okay, so it worked. As you can see, we have a little less trades. We do not have this short because our secondary trend line is doing its job. As you can see in green, we have reduced the drawdown. And now I think we were great, because the volume of the first trend line wasn't enough, because it's actually too responsive. It changed the colors a little bit too fast. So this is great to get a lot of signals, but you can get some really bad signals like we saw. Alright, I will click this one. Maybe turn off the red background. So of course you could use another kind of trend line if you like, if you want. But I'm not going to spend too much time fine-tuning this one. Just wanted to show how the process of creating a strategy, scalping like this with safety orders. So here on Chainlink, I'm updating the indicator. Okay, so I'm going to create the same kind of settings. So the trend line says ADX feature, stop loss, take profit. And the indicator is loading. Okay, so we're getting something like this. So here as well, I'm going to add right now the double trend line, like I did with the ETH, since it seemed to work well. Okay, so we're getting something like this. So we have a nice win rate, but once again, I think we can increase the profit factor by using like perhaps some safety orders. We can also try to increase the ADX filter a bit. Okay, but yes, this is increased a bit, but we do not have enough trade to format taste, so just going to revert it back. I think we can increase the take profit target a bit. And okay, so now we are getting something correct. We can still see that a few safety orders would prevent some unnecessary stop loss like here. We would just place a safety order and take profit later, but it's fine. I want to keep it simple. We still have a nice win rate, so this is fine. I'm going to keep it simple like this. Okay, so this is not what I wanted to click. Fine. Okay, so I'm going to hide the panel. So when you click on the link to the chart, you will be able to copy it, and you will have access to the indicator settings, and you will be able to modify it if you want. Moving on to Binance Coin. Let's say we want to scalp Binance Coin. Okay, so again I'm going to use the same kind of settings. Ouch. So when you see red numbers like this, it means that strategy is not profitable. You need to change it a bit. Can increase the length, can add a secondary trend line, like on the other two strategies that I made just before. Okay, so now it's not red anymore. So just adding a secondary EMA as filter to the trades. So a quick reminder that it's not helping at all. It's not helping. Alright, maybe we can increase. I always try to increase a bit the sideways filter to see if it can remove some noise. And it works. But I would like to see a little more trades, perhaps, by reducing the length a bit. I don't want to fine-tune too much, to overtune the settings. I just want to see if we can get more trades. No, it doesn't work. So this trend line works well with a huge length, like 250. So yeah, this is a scalping strategy with a high win rate, but when you get a loss, you need several trades to recover, so be careful with leverage if you use it. We could try to change the time frame if we want more trades. if you want to see if we can get like more trades or. So we do not get more trades by reducing the time frame. If we increase it a bit, we should get a little less noise, but it's not better. Just looking at 10 minutes. If not, we are going back to 5 minutes. Okay, so the 5 minutes is the best time frame for this one. If I wanted to create one with safety orders, I will do it like this. I want to change the stop loss. Or perhaps not. Perhaps we don't need to change the stop loss. We can try to just add a few safety orders here. So we click here. So we got our stop loss at 6%. We can use something like 5 safety orders. This is perfect. So we can see the stop loss we had before here. Well, now it's a take profit because the safety orders took advantage of the move against the short, and now it's to take profit because we're using the percentage of total volume of the trade to take profit. You can change it here in the setting. If instead you want to take profit from the base order, percentage of base order, you can change it, and you will see that the take profit line will not change. You see, it does not change, but it's not necessarily more profitable. So most of the time I will use the percentage from total volume. As you can see, we get a better profit factor than without the safety orders. So I'm going to keep the two strategies and save the chart. Alright, so next, what did I want to do? So I had some strategies to review. So let's do that. So yeah, you guys can share in the. I'll show you. You guys can share in the Discord if it's going to work. Yes, it's working. So in this channel, strategies channel, you can paste your strategies, and yeah, I will try to review all the strategies that are shared here. So here is the grid bot that, as you can see, shared by Mayhouse. So let's give a look. Oh, sorry, the scene, changing the scene. Okay, so now you can view better. So here we got. Let's say, wait a minute. I need to copy. So this is the copy button I was talking about. When you click on a shared chart, you can click here. And you can edit the indicator once you have that, as you can see. So we got the grid strategy on Bitcoin, 1 minute BitMEX. So let's see. So we got the long strategy with the AI mode and 11 grids, and we got a time frame of 3 minutes. So this gives us this. This gives us a nice grid like this. So yeah, I want to just want to say that if since we have a long direction, we are using the long direction here, we need to be careful by the downtrend that might change. So let's give a look at the results. So here we can see that we have 4 open trades. So this is this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you want to close them, the price needs to move 1, 2, 3, 4 up till here. So you can see in the list of trades that there are open trades. If you want to see the results as if you were closing the trade right now, you can click this option and it will close the trades normally really soon. I need to make sure I have this turned on. Okay, so here we can see that the trades are closed in the list. So this is a cool feature if you want to check what will happen if you close all the trades right now. It can be useful. So this setting is nice. Perhaps yeah, when since we are on 1 minute, you want to be careful that you need to keep an eye on the global trend. That's all I wanted to say. Otherwise, the configuration is nice. So here we got another grid setup. So we only got grid setups on this chart. So the principle is going to be the same. So once again on the 1 minute. So this is basically the same thing. So I'm going to change to this one. So yeah, I think he used the same settings for all the strategies. So same thing here. We're in a long direction and we just need to be careful if the market reverses, we will get stuck with. So this is the only risk of the grid strategy. What I want to say is that this kind of grid strategy is working well when the price is going sideways and slightly trending up. And if it were going sideways and bearish, we will want to use the short strategy. So just click here. Instead of going long and going long, here we open short and we close them. But as you can see, the long is working better for now. So he created the 30-second chart, so as you can see it's working, and the same thing applies on each pair. So I'm going to review another chart. So yeah, this is also grid setups on second by Z charts. So it's really specific to a style of trading. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time reviewing it. This is the same thing as with Italker we have been talking. I see there is 2 people in the chat, so if you have any question, do not hesitate to write it, and I will answer it. So yeah, about this chart, you can find it in the Discord. Right under the configuration channel, and this is this one. So if you click on it, it will open the chart, and then you can copy it and replicate the indicators. So those are the 4 swing trade setups that I created, that I am currently forward testing. So I got sell signals yesterday during the night, and luckily it was right before the big move here on Ethereum, on Litecoin as well. The strategy sold right before the big candle, and on Cardano I need to perhaps review the settings a bit, because, well, I don't know if it's just a little correction and it's going to go back up, or if it's a change of. It's too early to say, so we will see. So what could I do? Perhaps I could create some more charts. I know, we could look at could look at altcoins that we could trade. So I'm going to go higher time frame. So what I want to look at is altcoin that will perform better than Bitcoin, and then we can create a swing trade setup on it. For example, we can give a look at EOS, even though it has been performing like a dead coin since I don't know how long actually. So yeah, it has been like in a downtrend since 2019, and it's still not showing any kind of reversal. We have a volume spike here, but it's a sell volume, so it's clearly not enough. So I will keep an eye on this pair, but I would not trade it right now. If you give a look at the USDT, it's going sideways, even though Bitcoin is pumping. So right now this coin is a bit dead, so I will not trade it. Let's see what else we can get. So yeah, Link USDT. I don't think I have a chart for this one. So if you look at Link BTC, it's clearly not performing well against Bitcoin. At best right now, since the pump, it's going sideways, so yeah, to keep an eye on it, but not trade it right now is what I'm going to do. NEO, I think it's a little bit like EOS. Oh, we are getting some volume here and some buy volume, which is great. And we have like a lot. If you go to the weekly time frame, we have like a lot of space to go up, so it could be interesting to create a swing trade strategy on this one. So let's do this. So we go to NEO USDT. So we can see that it's starting to move up, but that it still has a lot of space to go up. So to create a swing trade strategy, I like to use the Scala, no, not this one, the Swing Trader. And I like to use the adaptive channels. So if you don't know, it's like don't churn channels. So those are the don't churn channels. Look like this. So you have a length, fixed length here that you can configure here. So for example, if I change it, it will change the width of the channels. So the idea of the adaptive channels is that the length is automatically calculated, and we just have a ratio to to configure the speed at which the channels are adapting. So now we just need to find a nice time frame. So here we're going long only. We want to beat buy and hold. So this is the white line here. And we want to find so a good ratio and a good time frame. So one day is perhaps a bit too much. We want something like this. So yeah, the adaptive channel is doing this kind of weird things, because when the price is going sideways, it will go wide, really wide, a bit like the, not like the Bollinger Bands, but yeah. And when the price starts moving, the band will shrink in width, and we get a signal when the price crosses the band. So this is what we got on the 12 hour. So let's see if we can what we get on other time frame. So NIO is, we can see that it's not one of the most traded pairs because it does not move much. So this one that's why we need to use a huge time frame like 12 hours. I like to change the color of the bars like this so we can see better. So yeah, we can try to change the adaptive ratio a bit to see if it works better. So what we are looking at is the net profit percentage here. Since we are going to buy and sell, we want the highest percentage as possible. So here, if we reduce the ratio, it does not improve the net profit. So we can try to increase it a bit, and it does not improve either. So the default settings are the best on this time frame. Actually, I'm going to revert back this setting so we can see. So the idea is just to create a buy and sell bot, not have to save time, not have to look at the chart of the time. So this kind of pair is not easy to trade because it's hard to predict. Like it's going sideways and it's making wave like this. It's not really trending. So I'm going to save the chart and come back to it later. Let's see if we can find some other altcoin we could trade. So XLM, we can see this. We can look at this one. So this one is interesting. We can see that with the pump, it with the Bitcoin pump, it followed quite well, but lately it has been going down. But it's a sign that people are starting to trade this pair. But what I don't like is that the trend is still bearish. So I will just keep an eye on this one and come back to it later, see if we can, like on higher time frames, see a little bit more volumes, and if we can start to see an ascending trend line, I will be more confident in trading this one. What else can we got? A DOT. I think DOT is a new coin. Yeah. So it's a new coin. So I do not trust new coins too much. First, because we do not have enough data to backtest anything. So yeah, we're going to move on something else. Maybe BCH, which has been here for a long time. Actually, on Binance, it's quite recent. And it has only been bearish, so it's better to buy Bitcoin at this point. So maybe if in a few days it starts to get some volume and go and some upwards action, why not? Dash BTC, let's see. Same thing. So it's a bit early, I think, to call for an altcoin market. Or BNB, I think. Let's give a look at BNB. Yeah, it's just only going down. What else do we got? Tron. Can give a look at Tron. Yeah, same scenario. YFI is a quite popular coin lately. So YFI, we could see something. We could have some potential. If this keeps up, we like to see some more upward action before I will set up a swing trade bot on this one. But it's in a good position. We need to go back on the chart in a few days and see how it went. Alright, so I'm going to stop right here. I think it was a great stream. If you need anything, just go into the Discord in the request channel. You can request anything, like if you want a strategy on a specific pair, just write it here and I will see what I can find. So I'm going to perhaps we'll see. I will continue streaming today, but on something else. I think I want to work on. My CMS. But anyway, I will stream some TradingView perhaps tomorrow or through the week. That's for sure. I will stream more TradingView quite regularly. So if you want to know when I'm live, don't forget to hit the follow button. You will get notifications then when I go live. And that's all. So thank you for watching, and I will be back a little bit later for a new stream. Alright, see you.